Hi preschool friends, it's Miss Shelly, and I'm here to read you this story today called Utterly Flutterly and Baby Blue. And this story was written by George Hills. George Hills is a local author here in Des Moines, Iowa, and a personal friend of mine. And it was illustrated by Bijan Samadar. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Utterly Flutterly was the most beautiful butterfly in the forest. She had yellow stripes, orange stripes, red stripes, blue stripes, and many other colors too. When she fluttered around, her wings looked like a rainbow in the sky. Utterly Flutterly lived with her mom and dad under some rocks down by the creek. They were safe from the rain and wind and could keep cool on hot summer days by dipping their wings into the water. Utterly Flutterly had a younger sister named Baby Blue. She was named Baby Blue because her wings were light blue. Utterly Flutterly and Baby Blue would often go off to play in the forest with all the other animals. They had lots of friends. Jesse the squirrel was probably their best friend. He would give the butterflies rides on his back. They thought that was a lot of fun. They liked to fly around with Hoot the owl too. He was wise and often told the girls to be careful and not to stray too far from home, or they might get lost or worse. One day at breakfast, Utterly Flutterly and Baby Blue asked if they could go out and play in the big flower garden in the forest. "I don't know if that's such a good idea," their father said. "I saw some people with butterfly nets last week." "Oh, that's not a good idea." The girls promised to be careful, so their father reluctantly agreed to let them go. They flew away excitedly to have fun in the sun. When they got to the flower garden, Jesse the squirrel was eating some acorns, and Hoot the owl was asleep in the trees. Utterly Flutterly landed on a rock to talk to Jesse, but forgot to pay close attention to Baby Blue, who was having a tough time keeping up in the windy weather with her small wings. Should have double-checked to make sure she was near them. "Where's Baby Blue?" Jesse asked Utterly Flutterly. It seemed like they had only been talking a minute or two, but Baby Blue was nowhere to be seen. It was as though the high winds had carried her far, far away. Oh no. Utterly Flutterly flew into the air, looking desperately for Baby Blue. Jesse and Hoot started looking for the lost little butterfly too. Way off in the distance, Hoot saw a young boy with a big net. As Hoot got closer, he saw that the boy was trying to catch butterflies. He carried a jar under his arm with holes poked out of the lid. And sure enough, Baby Blue was nestled inside. Oh no, poor Baby Blue, I hope they get her back. Hoot knew if he didn't do something right away, the boy would take the butterflies away, and they would never see Baby Blue again. He flew back to Jesse and Utterly Flutterly, calling the other animals of the forest to help. The rest of the squirrels came. So did the rabbits, deer, raccoons, and even Buzz the bumblebee and his friends. In fact, the whole forest had gathered together to rescue Baby Blue. Utterly Flutterly began to cry. She knew if she had been watching her sister more closely, she never would have been taken. She was grateful to everyone who had come to help her get her baby sister back. Hoot bravely led everyone to just outside of where he had seen the boy with the jar. They were going to need a plan to get Baby Blue back. "Maybe I can fly down and scare him, and then he'd drop the jar," Hoot said. "Well, maybe I can jump on him and scare him," Jesse added. But they didn't know if that would work either. "Well, Maybe I can prance out in front and startle him, and then he might drop the jar, the deer said. Do you think that's going to work? I hope they get Baby Blue back. But while the animals were brainstorming the best plan, the little boy was still trying to catch more butterflies. Swoosh! He swung his net through the air to catch the nearby yellow butterfly. Swish! He got it. The little boy triumphantly reached into the net and placed his newest catch in the jar. Oh, what am I going to do? Flutterly cried. I can't let him take my sister home. I'll never see her again. Don't worry, we'll figure something out, Jessie said reassuringly. We'll just follow him if we have to until we come up with the answer to getting her back. So they're still trying to come up with a plan. The little boy began to pack his things up. They knew he would be going home soon, so the animals needed to act fast. Hoot tried to swoop down to startle the little boy, but he just kept walking. The other animals had similar luck as they tried to distract the boy. Nothing was working. What were they going to do? As the little boy was nearing the edge of the forest, Hoot gathered everyone and said, "It's obvious that the boy is not afraid of any of us, but I might know somebody who can help. My friend Slithers is a long green snake. Everybody is afraid of snakes. Aren't you?" Jessie, Buzz, Rocky, and the rest of the animals nodded in agreement. Slithers was their last hope. Are you scared of snakes? I don't like snakes. Ugh. Baby Blue could see her sister and all the other animals, but she couldn't do anything from inside the jar. She was afraid that no one could save her. But then Slithers crawled out of the forest, sneaking behind the little boy. When the boy turned around, he yelped in surprise as Slithers hissed. The boy fell backwards against his bike, and the jar crashed to the ground and shattered, freeing all the trapped butterflies. So did Slithers the snake work? Yeah, it did. I would drop my jar too. Realizing his butterflies were escaping, the little boy jumped up and tried to catch the escaped butterflies, but the animals quickly cornered him. Although he wasn't afraid of them, their strong circle prevented him from moving and allowed all the butterflies to fly away safely. Defeated at last, the little boy put his net and gear on his bike and rode home, resolving to get a new jar and come back another day. With tears in her eyes, Flutterly embraced her baby sister and said, "I am so sorry for letting you get out of my sight. I will never leave you again." Ever since that day, Flutterly has never let Baby Blue out of her sight. She was so grateful that she had a strong community of friends in the forest. She knew that if she ever needed help, her friends would come to her rescue, and she would do the same for them. The end. Friends, would you help a friend if they were in need of help? I hope so. I hope you enjoyed our story, Flutterly and Baby Blue by George Hills. If you ever are looking for a new book to get, look this one up. See you later.